mile, and several of these athletes have never run a mile before.
No, that's right. There's plenty of athletes here making their debut. Of course, the 4-minute mile for men is a very, very attainable target. There's Jenny Meadows. She's the pacemaker, Meadows. But Laura Muir is the athlete on song. Fast and strong. She loves to front run the Britain. Impressive 800 metres personal best in Lausanne just 4 days ago. Big cheer there for her as she's introduced to this London crowd. Jessica Judd, second in the UK Championship. She's in fine fettle as well. Helen Obiri is in really good form. The Rio Olympic 5,000 metres silver medalist. She could be the biggest threat here to Laura Muir. She's in fabulous form. She's won every race this year except for Prefontaine over 1,500 metres. Jenny Simpson, former world champion, took gold in Daegu back in 2011. The Rio Olympic bronze medalist last year. Hasn't raced since the US Championship, so comes in relatively fresh, says Jenny Simpson. Kate Grace, very consistent, an Olympic finalist at 800 metres in Rio. Mbaye, not to be discounted either. Stephanie Garcia, great steeplechaser for the USA, finding good form on the flat these days. Well, away they go now. Will the pacemaker Jenny Meadows take them out at a good, healthy clip here? They need around 64, 65 seconds per quarter mile.
Yeah, they're looking for, she's been asked for 2:08, 2:09, but for Laura Muir, I mean, she's looking at that record from Zola Budd, isn't she? The British record, the former South African, the barefoot runner, 4:17.57, that British record, which is quite formidable. And that is her target today as they start to wend their way out. And you're quite right, I agree with you. Obiri is certainly going to be the big threat. She's got the strength endurance, she's got the speed endurance, she's got pretty well everything there is. And Bayi, you mentioned, has gone right up. That's Obiri, looking, and Chibet behind here. I thought that was Mbaye. In fact, it's Obiri.
Meadows leading from Laura Muir then, who has set up her stall very early on. Obiri recognised it, slotted straight in behind the Briton into third place there, behind the pacemaker Jenny Meadows and Muir. Jessica Judd will have to work hard to go with this form, as will Kate Grace. She's more comfortable at 800 metres. Stephanie Twell towards the back of the field there, the British champion at 5,000 metres in the green pants towards the back. But Laura Muir here heads out, and the pace looks pretty quick. They've gone through 63.9 after one lap. Jenny Meadows will try to get them to 800 metres, possibly just beyond. Laura Muir is full of confidence after that huge personal best at 800 metres just a few days ago. Remember, 1:58.8 she ran in Lausanne. Obiri in third place will have her work cut out here, but with that 5,000 metre runner's strength, I think this might play to Obiri's liking as well.
Well, it certainly might, because Laura Muir will, at the moment, is acting as a second pacemaker for Obiri. And you're quite right, she has got strength endurance, she's got speed endurance as well. And remember, she's had a few wins, she's got a lot of confidence. She was second in the 1,500 in Eugene, she won in Rome over 5,000. She's beaten the Olympic champion Faith Kipyegon over 1,500 metres. So, you know, there's a real talent there, isn't there?
Well, Laura Waitman is also up there as well, the British champion at 1,500 metres, European and Commonwealth bronze medalist in 2014, an Olympic finalist in London and again in Rio last year. But Meadows now pushing on into this third lap as Laura Muir hits the front for the first time. And Obiri's task there in second place in the blue is very, very clear. Just hang on to the coattails of the Scot over this next lap and a half, and then use your renowned speed. She looked fantastic winning the 5,000 metres in Rome a few weeks ago, did Helen Obiri. And as Olympic silver medalist at 5,000 as well. We know she has the ability, but Muir is testing her here from a long, long way out. Kate Grace in third place, isolated now with Jenny Simpson in fourth. Now shades of the Olympic 1,500 final here, with Simpson maybe going to pick off one or two bodies in the last lap who are tired and have gone out too aggressively. But Muir leading from Obiri, and Obiri has closed up on her now. I wonder if Muir has just decided to hold back a little bit, Stuart, and save something for the final lap.
Yeah, you're probably right. But this is a personal test for the Laura Muir, the Scot, who has done so well, holds the British record, as you said, at 3:55, that 1:58 and bits, 800 metres. Absolutely in the right place at the right time. This is the sort of test that she will measure herself against, as well as the British record.
Well, Laura Muir in 3 or 4 weeks' time will hear the roar of the British crowd as she tries to do this in the 1,500 metre final, hopefully at the World Championships. But down the back straight with 250 to run. Obiri there has got her task quite clearly cut out. Just stay on to the tail of Laura Muir here. 200 metres to run now. Over Lausanne 4 days ago, I thought Muir acted incredibly well over the last 200 metres over 800. What can she do here in London with Obiri still dogging her tail? Chebet in third place, Simpson in fourth. There is some great running going on behind, so they come into the straight now, and Obiri kicks hard off the bend, and Muir needs to stay with the Kenyan, but she's not going to be able to, because that is a decisive acceleration from Helen Obiri. Watch the clock, this is going to be quick, this is going to be very quick from Helen Obiri. The world record is 4:12, it's going to be just outside that, but my word, 4:16.57 in a real race there. That is what Nzebi Dababa ran in a world record attempt a few days ago. But that is a real race has brought them to a time of 4:16, and if you look, there's only a handful of women in history who have gone as quick as that. Obiri there, I think, has just become the 5th fastest in history.
And Laura Muir has just missed that British record, a personal best of 4:18.03. She was chasing 4:17.57. So absolutely superb. She now knows where she's at. We know she's got that speed endurance. She needs now a bit of strength endurance to take her on through the rounds in the championship. Will she do both? Will she go for both races, do you think?
Well, she'd missed a couple of weeks of training up to 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and her coach said it wasn't actually that big a deal because she had been in such good shape, and that she's put in some very, very good sessions in the last couple of weeks. But Laura Muir does need to think very, very carefully about whether she tries to double in London at the World Championships at 1,500 and 5,000. This race was run to Laura Muir's strengths. You know, it became a test of strength and speed endurance, and yet she's been blown away, I have to say, quite comprehensively there by Helen Obiri, the 27-year-old Kenyan. And I wonder if there will be a lot more speed work going in this next 3 weeks to accommodate that sort of finishing power.
Yeah, I mean, she has a pedigree, doesn't she? I mean, I'm not surprised with this result, to be quite honest, taking account of what Muir's been through, but also Obiri, she's had such a good season so far. She's built in on 15s, on 5s, close to 4 minutes on 15. 5,000 performances have been excellent. She's difficult to beat. She's a tough cookie. When you've beaten the Olympic champion as she has over 1,500 metres, then, well, that was early on in the year, I know, but she has such talent, terrific talent.
We know she's in great form, Obiri, too. She won the Kenyan 5,000 metre trials last week. She ran at Rome over 5,000 and wasn't far off the world record there. And you combine that with wonderful speed. I mean, let's not forget she's an 8:20 3,000 metre runner. She's one of the fastest in history at 3,000 and good at 1,500 too. That was a race for the ages, a top-notch performance from Obiri. 4:16.56, a meeting record, a Kenyan national record. Laura Muir setting a personal best, as Stuart said rightly, just shy of that British record. Winnie Chebet taking third. Hojecka of Poland, a fabulous fourth to ease past Jenny Simpson down the home straight. And Laura Waitman in 6th place with 4:20.88. The place time's very strong in the women's mile then.